all welcome, and without you there wouldn't be a service, so very pleased to see you, although we're a bit short in numbers tonight.
Oh, I won't take it personally.
Small but perfectly fine.
Yes. Yeah.
This lady's Pauline Wing.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
And she will demonstrate for you and talk to you.
Knitting? Sorry?
Yeah.
Well, we hope you're going to anyway, you know.
I'm going to start off with the healing list. We've got a healing list, and we'll have a healing silence for say a minute or something like that. And we won't be doing any hymns tonight, so it'll be more work for Pauline. Heavenly Father, Creator of our universe, please send upliftment and healing to all in need and all those mentioned in our healing list as follows. So the names are Chris Parker, Tony Knott, Christina, Karen, Jenny, Steve, Brian, Patton family, Sarah, Christina again, Jess, Keith and Vicky. So if you can just close your eyes and think about those people, and imagination is a wonderful thing, so imagine them being more active than what they are, or in better circumstances than what they are, and then I'll stand up and give a short reading from my philosophy. Okay, if you finish with those thoughts, I'll just carry on. If I can read it. So what I've got here is, we're all bound by ties of mutual helpfulness and service, contributing something important to one another's nature. Let us rejoice in what has been revealed to us. Let us use it as a foundation on which to build our confidence in the power that gave us birth and that continues to nurture us. Let us strive always to be instruments through whom this power can flow to help others less fortunate. And let us at all times remember that we are in the presence of the Great Spirit, that the plenitude of that power is available to us if we but reach out to assimilate all that we are capable of absorbing. It is an infinite power that belongs to an infinite spirit with infinite potentialities. So, there's plenty there for us to do if we can make the effort. Be it healing, mediumship, or just going out to talk to somebody. And I haven't got any more to say on that because I think most people who come here do that sort of thing anyway. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to ask Pauline if she will, I'm not sure if you're going to give us a little chat or you could
No, just go for it.
just go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, sure. What does it mean?
I'm doing my thing because we raise such lovely energy in here because they're premature baby blankets. It puts a nice lot of healing in when I do it. So when I'm just chilling and I'm not doing that, I just sit here, get a little bit of energy into the air.
Oh, right, it's funny because when you said demonstrating, I was joking, you said, oh, I'll demonstrate some knitting and sewing.
I was way ahead of you there, weren't I? But yeah, it's just nice because we raise nice energy in and I put it into the blankies and then it goes to the babies and it's nice.
Oh, bless. Oh, that's it. Right, anyway. So as we said earlier, we might be small in numbers, but we make up for it in what?
Enthusiasm!
That's it. So it's the energy and everything that counts, so that's it. Okay, so we're all well spread out and it's lovely. And right, so it's been a couple of years since I've been here. I wonder why. Something happened in between there. But it's lovely to be back again. Is there anyone here who's new? Obviously I recognise a few faces, but we have got some new, we've got new people. Hello. So welcome to the centre. So are you actually new to mediumship as well? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We've got some virgins. Yeah. We don't sacrifice you this week. In a couple of weeks.
It's too cold for that.
Yeah,
We're in winter.
Cold. Yeah, too cold for all that. No, joking aside, mediumship is done with love. Inspiration, nothing starts flying around the room again, so we're leaving that for a couple of weeks' time. So all it is, I feel the energy of the spirit world. I see, feel, sense what they are impressing upon me, and from that I put the information out to you. It may come straight to you. And if not, if you understand anything I'm saying, put your hand up if you recognise it was someone you know in the spirit world. But have an open mind. That is what I want to say. Don't just think I want Uncle Albert and Auntie Joan comes through and you completely ignore Auntie Joan because you want Uncle Albert. It don't work like that. So just go with it. It's a little bit like catchphrase, charades and all that. I have to really work out what they are putting to me. So if I get a little bit wrong, but you understand everything else I say, please go with it and just, I'll go back to the spirit world with a bit that I've got wrong and maybe I can readjust it a bit. So don't just sit there, think, well, that's not for me because she said he's 6 foot, but he was actually 5'11 and a half. So, you know, we've got to have a bit of flexibility. All right, so that's it. Can I sit down now?
Yeah.
But it's lovely to see a couple of new faces. I think it's a bit chilly tonight and the dark night's coming in, so it might put a few people off. Okay, coming. So it's, as I say, we've got some lovely people in here and we're nice warm energy. So, okay, let's see what we're getting here. Over this side, does anyone understand a lady in the spirit world? I feel as though she was in her 70s when she passed, but she looked younger and acted younger. I don't mean like a child, but she was quite fun-loving, etc. I feel as though she passed with cancer, but I want to say she kept it quiet, or maybe not kept it quiet, she had cancer, but played it down how serious it was. Does anyone over this side understand that at all? If I've got the age wrong, please forgive me. No one understands. A lady in the spirit world. Is it any of you lot then?
Possibly me.
See, my sat-nav's completely off. So I go over here. Right, let me go through that again then, because also what I meant to say to those of you new to this, once we've got the connection, once they hear your voice, then it's like a telephone connection and it gets stronger and we get more information. So let me get this with you then, just yes or no. You understand a lady in the spirit world in her 70s but looked and acted younger?
Yeah.
Yeah, but quite attractive as well.
It's the mother-in-law, I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
Bear in mind our recordings to be nice.
Right. I'll go over the bits I said, and then we'll work on that bit. Okay. And do you know about having cancer? Well, I suppose you would know, but I just want this verified, that she had cancer but played it down a bit about how serious it was.
Yeah, she knew, but wasn't going to sort of let it stop her.
But I'm getting a sense though that no one knew it was terminal till near the end.
I don't know. Family did know, but others possibly.
Right, because this is what I'm saying. I feel like she played it down. I do feel as though she had an operation to have whatever needed to be removed. You know that, yeah? But I still feel as though she played it down. You don't understand, this is not right.
Yeah, that bit's not quite fitting.
I might be able to take it.
Right.
Possibly.
Right, because once about this lady always made sure she looked nice all the time, always looked after herself. This is what I thought about looking younger as well.
Yeah.
Well, do you understand? I'll come back to you in a moment, Willow. Do you understand about, because I'm getting this sense that she would always keep her hair nice and wouldn't be seen without her makeup?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And she always wore nice clothes and kept up the trends or whatever?
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah?
Smart, yeah.
Yeah? And when I say that she dressed quite, I'm not talking about, she dressed younger as well, but I'm not saying about like someone in their 20s, 30s. She's made me wear of nice tailored trousers and a nice top and boots, etc., that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure? Yeah? Can you understand that as well?
They can take it. It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's fine. Mine was just if it's not fitting for anybody else, I might be able to take
Yeah,
it. So it's not
okay.
a definite.
I still-
fine.
I think it's the bit about people not knowing. I think
That's the bit that I just felt that. That's what
I think
threw
in
me
her
out.
mind she probably didn't accept herself. that
Right.
she was gonna go.
I just get
But
this thing.
people around her didn't know what was happening.
Would you know then she played it down to other people? Like her friends outside the family circle?
She would never tell people she wasn't well. She was
Right,
having an off
that's
day,
what the-
you know,
because
she was always
I feel,
very upbeat and living, you know.
yeah, that might be where I
She was
misunderstood
anything
it.
like that.
Because what I want to say about her, then, yeah, maybe close
If
family
someone
knew.
said, "How are you?" she wouldn't say,
No,
"Oh,
no,
you
that's
know,
absolutely
I've
fine.
only got 6 months." She
Yeah,
would say,
no,
"Oh,
that's fine.
fantastic," you know.
I just feel as though that like someone might have phoned someone up and said, "Oh, I'll come round and pop round and all that." And then they said, well, she's only got 5 weeks to live or something. And they thought, what? You know, they thought that it was being dealt with and she was getting over it or something. But I've got this thing, so maybe it is a positivity in this. Maybe then just you, the close family, knew how serious it was, but to maybe others outside the family circle, friends and that, she played it down. And because I'm feeling this bit of a shock that people thought, oh my God. And I feel as though she passed quicker than they expected.
Yeah, quite possibly, really. Yeah, there was no sort of time limit put on it.
Oh right, I
she
just feel like
suddenly
1
went
minute.
down very quickly.
Don't tell me too much. These new people think I'm getting it all wrong. No, that's fine. Because what I'm feeling is so 1 minute she's okay, and then it just all within a few weeks it all just went from like it all went downhill and it all happened quite quickly. Then it's like she kept, what's the word, stable, ticking along.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, it all caught up with her.
Yeah, she was living with it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
it got
and getting
better.
on with her life,
That was it,
and then
yeah.
all of a sudden, and she lost so much weight, and that's it. That's just what I feel. But I was, yeah. So, because she did look, yeah, looks quite nice. I know she's your mother-in-law, but she's she looked quite nice. I just want to make sure I've got this information verified.
Yes.
So, because so she was in her 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I get this feeling with her, people would forget, before she got cancer, people forget she was in her 70s because the way she acted and enjoyed life and everything. She was quite a young 70s. So I want to say she was like in her early 70s. I want to talk about 74, 73, something like that. Did you know how old she was?
Yeah, I do. She was 78.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
then she was amazing then.
Yeah.
I've got to, because I thought she was in her early 70s.
Yeah.
So she looks incredible, I must say. Yeah, right, let's get a little bit more, because you've already told me that she enjoyed life as well. But she's making me aware, yes, she's very sociable, and I want to say with her as well, do you know about her sort of joining clubs and doing stuff and that sort of thing? I'm not talking about night clubbing,
Yeah.
like doing things with other people.
Yeah, her life revolved around doing things for other people.
Yeah, so I'm not talking about running around for people, I'm talking about social wise. She's making me feel like I want to walk as well, going on walks and such like. If there's not her, I might move on to someone else. Walking.
Yeah, she did do a lot of walking.
Yeah, because she's making me want to walk. And she's making me want to walk quite fast. So before she got the cancer, I feel as though she was quite agile. That's the word I've always tried to get, agile. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's no, then let me know and I'll put it to the side, then maybe I'm getting another energy coming in here. But you understand that. I want to say as well, don't feel that long ago since she passed. We're not talking about 20 years or something
No,
like that, are we?
No.
So I feel like 5-10 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years, right. Because I feel as though it's still quite raw. Although it's been 5 years, it's still quite raw to people. Because I feel as though she had quite an impression on people as well. She just had that way. She wasn't a nasty person at all.
No.
And she really had... people gravitate to her. She had this nice way about her. She's also joking about being your mother-in-law, you know, the old mother-in-law jokes, etc., etc. Because she wasn't like a mother-in-law at all. She was just, well, how was mother-in-laws meant to be? Hopefully I'm a nice one. Yeah, not like the stereotype mother-in-law. She was quite nice, and because what she wants to do, I'll tell you why she's making me feel this. She wants to sort of come round you and tap you on the shoulder. You're right, that sort of thing. And so she wants to give you a cup of tea as well.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to sit you down and have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Everything's all right between you and your missus, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah. Because she might be on your side, isn't it?
Half an hour ago.
It's like back to bags.
I've got to tell her all this when I go.
Oh, God. Yeah, so the mother-in-law is doing this, because obviously she's not talking about your missus, she wants to talk about you.
Okay.
But now you mentioned your missus, you might get a little bit in. They had a good relationship. Your mother-in-law and your missus
Yes.
had a good relationship. Because she's making me laugh. She said, because of her young attitude and the way she was, she said, oh, we could be like sisters. You know, because they really got on. There's a good bond there between them. Yeah. Even down to if you've all got together, seems really... But I'm seeing like your missus doing the washing up or putting stuff in the dishwasher. She's at the sink, and your mother-in-law come on, I'll do that. No, I'll do that. There was all this sort of thing about who's going to wash up, who's going to tidy up, because they all like to help each other. Oh, it was all lovely and fluffy. Your mother-in-law's, I know we're coming up to Christmas, although we've got to get Halloween out of the way first. But Christmas is a big thing with her. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And she's given me this big tree, and she wants to put stuff on the tree, and everyone will come round together. She's got this wicked sense of humour, because she showed me a huge turkey. She said you might not get that this year unless people get off their and get the containers in from the farms, whatever. But she's making a big joke about it, and she was such a joker. She would see things, innuendos, everything, all in sort of things, because she's now making me see her just trying to do something, and she's absolutely rolling up with laughter. She can't stop, she's nearly in tears with laughing. She just had that sort of, because she's also now, because she won't let me shut up now, as we're moving on, she's going on about Christmas, and this is what was with the laughter and that, is playing games as such like. Do you understand that?
Yes,
and she's just rolling up laughing, so she's giving me memories of all these other things, we'll all get together laughing. She said I didn't need a drink, I'd just laugh.
She didn't drink.
No, that's what she said then, I didn't need a drink, that's why she just put that into my head. And because when she's, I would have thought she'd had a few, and that's why most people, she read my mind, and she went, no, I didn't need a drink. It's like, would you understand the game Twister? Did you ever play that?
No, of it.
No, obviously you haven't played it because she would have said, right, no, because the way she's showing me, it's like playing that sort of game and you fall over and she just couldn't get herself back up again because laughing so much. That is what she's like. So what she wants to do is bring a bit of laughter back to you. You've got to bring all that back. That's what she wants. And then she wants to say that to your missus as well.
Right, okay.
Bring back a bit of laughter.
Yeah.
So I don't know it's nothing between you two, but whether you've got things going on around you that you both need, that little bit of upliftment and laughter. And Christmas, get that tree up, sort it out. You know, so whether you're umming and ahhing what you're going to do at Christmas or whatever, I know we've got like 10 weeks yet, but she's already bringing that through. It has to be big, it has to be the big thing, Christmas, and everyone together. So whether your Christmas gatherings have got shrunk a bit or what, she just wants to bring everyone together. But she wants to bring laughter back to you as well, and that's what she wants you to remember. So stop worrying. But obviously we don't know what it's about, but that's what she's saying.
Okay.
She's just got that thing about. So I suppose, because going back to the cancer, her positive attitude, and that's what you need, positive attitude. You're quite laid back, aren't you? Yeah, she's just giving me that, so maybe it's your missus getting, oh, yeah, because you're too laid back. So maybe your mother-in-law saying to your missus, you know, she's got positive attitude.
She was a doer, whereas I'm quite...
Yeah, leave it to later, yeah. Get panicky about things. So I will leave that with you. Thank you very much for working with me.
Cheers.
Lovely lady. Oh. Ooh. Right, okay, I've got a gentleman here. I've tried this side. I'm not sure I'm not doing that because I got that all wrong, didn't I? Right, I've got a gentleman with me, and what I'm getting with this gentleman is his way of model making, because I feel as though he likes models, and I'm not talking about airfix, because what he's showing me, you know those little intricate things that, like they're doing the little bits that, you know, like figurines, like soldiers and things, like doing paint. So this person really liked model making, might have done airfix and that as well, but it was like a big hobby of his. Does anyone understand this, gentleman, before I start building up into something else? Someone who liked model making. He might have done other types of models, but he's showing me these little figurines where you paint them and you have to have a thing in your eye so you can see them. Sort of?
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bit frightened to come over here because you lot rejected me last time. Right, let's have a sort of, or rather sort of than nothing at all.
Yeah.
So, because I haven't given much, so is there a sort of with the painting of the figures?
Yeah, he used to do, that little bit of the figures, that was sort of the thing in the family, but he used to make stuff out of like matchsticks and things like that.
Right, so that's most probably why
Yeah.
he's shown it to me like the figures, so I'd understand it, because you know what spirit world are like, they think, if I show her that, she won't have a clue what I'm talking about, but if I show her that, she might understand it a bit more, because that's how they work, bless them. Because for those of you who knew, they don't stand there chatting to us, it is like catchphrase and everything else. Give us a clue. Right, so this man is doing these little, did he wear like something in his eye, because it was so small and
He always
intricate?
had a magnifier.
Ah, that's what I thought it was one of them eye things. So he was doing matchstick things, but other people done other models as well, so it's a big thing in the family. So I wasn't thinking about airfix, but maybe was there people in the family that done airfix as well?
I actually know what airfix is.
Oh, I'm showing my age now, aren't
I
I?
know what airfix.
Oh, darling. Right, airfix models. What they do, you buy them in pieces, like in boxes. So you'd have a box, would have an aeroplane or something.
Oh, yeah.
A modelling
particular-
kit.
Yeah.
a modelling kit.
Yeah.
So in my day, those called, because they're made by Airfix. That's if they're still around.
They
so
are.
People, they are.
Yeah.
Ah, so Thunderbird Airfix. Yeah. So people put them all together, they hang them up and put them on the shelves and things like that. So do you understand that bit?
Yeah.
Is that with him or with someone else in your
That's
family?
him.
That was him as well. So it's funny because I wasn't feeling with the Airfix first of all, but then it's all come because he was more with the intricate bits and pieces. So these little bits of models. Now, I'm getting about trains as well, but I'm not sure if I've got someone else there or this is him.
No, trains would make sense.
Oh, trains make sense as well. So we're into trains as well, because I'm getting someone making models of trains and doing the whole thing. Because I was feeling the button, I thought, no, it's someone else who like train spotting. But yeah, so this is him as well, because it's also making me aware that you do all this thing, the layout of the trains, and he would make all the little bits for that as well. So we've got this train, so he's a big train enthusiast, although I can't feel who he is to you at the moment, but you are related. And is this your granddad or a dad? Your granddad. Oh, because all of a sudden, as I mentioned, I was feeling a lot of love for you. So I feel like when you was a child, this all absolutely enchanted you.
Yeah.
But oh, God forbid you couldn't touch them trains.
No.
He would collect them. It would be just see what I've made. You can look, but don't touch. So obviously this is. Wasn't quite logical. We'd have a special room or a shed where all these were, because I can actually smell the paint.
Yeah.
So I feel as though it's all. That's all right. Don't worry about that. That's all right. You're meant to be somewhere.
Right, sorry.
So that's not him calling, is it?
No, it's not.
So, yeah. So he had the trains and had the airfix models. This was his hobby. Oh God, drive everyone else up the wall. I think because you wouldn't see him. It's just
in the shed for hours.
yeah. Just. Oh, and it's funny because as I'm talking, he's talking about Thomas the Tank Engine. So this must be quite significant as well. I don't think he had Thomas the Tank Engine running around his track, but there must have been something about that maybe when he was younger, trying to get you into it. But not only did he have these as models, he had a big thing about trains.
Yeah.
And because he's now showing me all the different types of engines. And it's got the books, and these are really good books as well. They're not just your old paperbacks. I've seen hardbacks with the glossy covers, on them. And I can see he wants to get them all out and show me them, all about how the trains work and all the intricate bits and pieces of the trains. So he was a right anorak, wasn't he? Yeah, lovely. But he's got such a great personality. He's another one who wants to make. I want to laugh with him. He's so cheeky.
Yeah.
And you and him had a really good relationship. I'm sure there's other grandchildren, but your grand is quite mischievous as well. And if you was told you couldn't have any sweets before dinner, go, yeah, have some sweets. I'm not, that's sort of like an example. Have some sweets. Don't tell your nan. Don't tell your. Is this your mum's dad?
Yes.
Oh, right. Because he just wanted to say, don't tell your mum. So I just wanted to make sure of that. He's so excited that he's showing me all these things. I'm sure he's got them up there in the spirit world as well. Oh God, I don't know much about all this modelling lot, but he's now giving me paper mache. So I know his little hills and everything was all made out of paper mache rather than buying them and what have you, because he wants to show me how he'd done it all. And you watching him as a child would be quite amazing to see. I ain't seen that since I was in primary school. So he's sticking it all on there. And but his interest in trains is absolute mum, because he's now getting all excited about the Flying Scotsman. And I want to say that he passed before the Eurostar come about, because he's giving me the Eurostar and he's getting quite excited about that. Do you know how long ago it's been gone?
It's not been gone that long.
Oh, he did know about the Eurostar then.
Yeah.
So did he not get to go on the Eurostar?
No, I don't think he did.
Right. So it's not been gone that long, a few years then?
Yeah.
Right, because all of a sudden, I've never been on it myself, and all of a sudden he showed it to me and he's got all excited, so he thinks it's an actually, he's gone from the Flying Scotsman to the Eurostar.
There's a memory back there that's niggling, I can't remember.
Maybe he has been on it.
No, something about the Eurostar coming up, I can't
Oh, that's
remember.
why he's good, but he thinks it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You planning to go on it sometime once all this business sort of a bit more relaxed?
No.
See, I don't predict, so maybe you will. But he's just got all this excitement about this train. Anyway, I'm going to shut him up because he's getting all the books out now. Yeah, get to show me, bless him. Right. Oh, he really had some stories to tell as well, didn't he? He would keep everyone's interest by all the things that's gone in his life, and I'm sure there was a lot of them embellished as well, with all the bits and pieces. But it made people laugh. He'd have this cheek, like he was a naughty schoolboy, It's absolutely fantastic. Now it's funny because the way he's showing me, he doesn't look very old. There's another one, but I feel as though he was, but he's just wonderful, wonderful man. And he's pulling all these girly faces as well. Yeah, he's just that way about him. So you really did have a good relationship, and obviously you was in your adulthood when he passed.
Yeah.
And you would always be his girl, and that's what he wants to say. Right, so what... Now I've upset him because told him to put his books away. But I'm sure he's got a great audience up there. Oh no, he's showing me. In the spirit world, he's got a huge library of books.
Surprise.
He's got one of them ladder things that slide across, and he can get all the books out on everything.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so he's got his library with all his books. He's happy. So he's... So what does he want to say to you? Do you say, don't worry, it's nothing about books or trains? Right. It's something to do with the fantasy world, because obviously he lived in this fantasy world of, you know, with all the trains and all his models, and he loved history as well. Right. Now, because he's saying about it's fine to fantasise about something, just be careful, but you've got to make it real as well. So dreams can come true,
Okay.
but you've got to put the effort in. So if you're going to get 1 million or something, I'll have some of that, but obviously it's got to be realistic. But it's these thoughts of things that you want to do, where to go, and then you put blocks in the way. Oh, I can't do that. Don't put the blocks in the way.
Okay.
That fantasy world can come true. You've got to do what you want to do.
Okay.
All
Makes
right?
sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
As
you.
long as you understand that, I will leave his love with you. Thank you.
very much.
Oh, he's a lovely man. Thank you very much for working with me.
Thank you.
Oh, gosh. Only those two kept me talking for a while, didn't they? Where's that time go? That's the thing, when you're in that power, as we don't know, you lose all track of time, don't you?
And they say that women chat a lot. It's men as well.
Yeah. Keeping it going then. Right. What else? Right. Now I've got another lady. I'm getting all sorts of the older ones here. But I've got to be careful because I'm knocking on that door. So, I've got this lady with me, and she's another one who's quite a laugh. I feel as though I've really got some lovely people coming here. But this lady, she's another one who's very sociable, a bit more rounded, but she's showing me like coach journeys. I feel like she'd be happy with all her groups of friends or clubs or whatever it is, you know, when they go coach, like sharing holidays, out for the days on coaches, and that's because she's showing me with all her lady friends all getting on the coach, having a right laugh. She's got a little beanie hat on, and she's just, yeah. I'm not seeing her husband, but not to say he weren't there, because maybe he was on to one side and she's just chatting to all her friends. No, yeah, she did have a husband. And they would go on all these holidays together, but she seems to be more of the more dominant character. Does anyone understand this lady at all? So I've got this lady who likes, a bit of an older lady, who likes, or like in her autumn years, would like to go on coach trips, day trips and coach holidays as well within the UK, but I think there might be one or two going to Europe as well, but she said that sometimes they got a bit too far, so in the end it was just in the UK, and it's just showing getting on and off the coach. Does anyone understand this lady? Because then once I play stuff, then I can get a bit more from her. I'm getting Chaz and Dave as well. She liked Chaz and Dave? No? I'm still looking over here, but I don't know if it's because there's more of you this side than that side. Right, so no one's people in the spirit world went on coach journeys or anything like that for their holidays or day trips. Because this lady, she's showing me now sitting in the garden. She really liked the sun. She just spend, when it's a summer times and sunny days, she'll be sitting out in that garden, chatting to the neighbours over the fence. I'm getting the name Ivy as well, but that might not be her name, it might be connected with that. but no one understands anything at all. Even if there's something not quite right, but if you understand a bit of it, it might help. But the coach journeys is the bit that really stands out. She's getting... no one over this side understands it at all. And the two new ladies, you don't understand this at all, because I did feel up towards you then.
Sounds like my mother-in-law, but she's still alive.
Ah! Have you phoned her recently?
I spoke to her last night.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure you'd know by now.
Is she only friends that she went with that might have passed away, that might wanted to pass a message through you?
Yeah, because that does work.
Maybe. She works at a club called the Ivy League, and she comes to visit us on the coach, and she's a massive sun worship class, so it's just
I'll work with that. That's fine. That's
she's
fine.
hopefully very
No, it's true. It's what Willow said is true. What happens, just to keep me on my toes, a spirit person will bring through something about someone who's alive, and I'm not very good to feel whether they're still here or not. So sometimes just to get the link. So let's try. But do you know her, dead people?
like, yeah, well, not her family that have been long past, but I know family stories, so I might.
Okay, so everything fits about her. Does she like Chaz and Dave as well?
Well, yes and no, because there is a connection with her and Chaz and Dave as well, but it's not her. Hasn't got more to do with her ex-husband, who is also, as far as I'm aware, still alive.
Right, okay.
What's been doing for a couple of weeks, actually.
No, it's fine. I'm going with this. I might not have a dead person. Oh God, because it's really hard when all that is right, and then normally I get the spirit person comes through, but I'm sort of blocking myself because I think you might not know who they are. And this is the thing. So who is this again, did you say?
This is my mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law. And she's still got her husband. Your father-in-law's still in.
They're not together, but
He's still alive.
he's still alive as well. So I haven't spoken to him personally for a couple of weeks, but that's strange.
Right, because that's such a lot about son. Do you know much about her dad?
Yeah, I know a little bit, yeah.
Let me, because the thing is, well, I might not get all the nitty gritty, but let me get, because I'm feeling that this man with me now who could be very,
Yeah.
you know, no emotion, no nothing, like straight laced. But I'm not saying he's posh because he isn't. I'm talking about quite working class. Do you understand
Yeah.
that? Right. So it's just like this hardness with him.
Yeah,
Boom.
perfect.
Yeah, and it's just like, ooh. And his hands is making me want to do this. Do you understand? Do you know enough about him to know he had quite large hands? Oh, he was quite a manual worker, very hard, but didn't work in the mines or anything like that, did he? Because it's just making me feel that way, the really hard working with his hands. So, I hate saying this about people, I don't feel very pleasant with him.
There was a bit of a period where she fell out with her father. And he was
Right,
still
because
alive.
it is quite a hard man. Yeah, I feel as though, obviously we don't go into all the details, but I think that it's very hard not to please this man. Right, let's get on. So it's funny because he's given me all that, but he's now relaxing a little bit more, because the thing with a spirit person, they can't let come through all fluffy and lovey when they was completely different here on the earth. They have to give us how they were here.
Yeah.
Now he's starting to melt to what he is now, because he's saying, I've learned so much since I've been here. He watches over your mother-in-law, and that's why he sees all this, and he regrets certain things as well, because he watches her enjoying her life. She really enjoys it to the full. No man will upset her. So I'm feeling that she's still single.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
she has a platonic relationship now.
yeah. When she just pulls him out of the cupboard now and again when she needs him. Yeah, I know that sort of thing. Yeah. I mean, like, come on, let's go out for dinner.
No, she has like companionship.
That's it. That's sort of relationship I would
Friendship,
like. Yeah. So So, and he can see all this and how she's enjoying herself now, so she's more relaxed because the relationship she had with him, then her ex, and everything else, it's like she's like, right, that's it. I'm living my life now to the full, though she's most probably got about another 20 odd years to go, and that's it. And he likes that. She can be herself, could she be quite hard herself sometimes, bit to the point.
Yeah, that really fits, yeah.
Yeah, but it's only because she doesn't like the way these people treated her, she couldn't get word in edgeways, now she says her opinion. He's coming through with the normal thing of regrets, because he watches all this and he thinks, oh my God, she's having a good life, I wish I had a life like that. He wasted his life being so, cutting himself off with people, no emotional thing, but then that's the way of life, then, and you know, so it goes on. Right. Obviously we don't make predictions, nothing's going to happen to your mother-in-law, but I just feel as though she most probably don't want to talk to him or anything, but he's she is making me aware that she's made so much of her life, she come from nothing up, and he's so proud of that with her, because I feel back then, it's like his life was like, men, girls don't do anything, you were just fit enough to wash the floor and that, and she was like, I'm going to prove you wrong, and he is absolutely amazed by her, and he's proud of her, and he's making me feel quite emotional now. So he said he wished he could go on the coach trips and the holidays and everything else. He wasted so much of his life, and I feel as though that's just what he wants to say. Because the Jazz and Dave thing as well, I know you said it's to do with her ex, but was it a bit like, is there something to do with Margate? Down the Margate, or whatever it is.
No, the actual song is There Ain't No Pleasing You.
Oh, that one. Oh, because I've got the Margate coming to me, so yeah, that might be my logic coming in then. But I'm sure he's got a lot more to say, but that's just the start, so I'll leave that there. Okay, thank you very much for taking her. So if someone knew, you knew how that worked then, didn't you? Thank you for speaking up. I must remember next time, say, are they still alive?
I was getting a feeling it was a male trying to come through for someone that wasn't here.
Oh, well, yeah, so she's tapping in here as
I'm
well.
just being nosy.
Yes.
I'm just being nosy.
Because I suppose I just couldn't move off this woman getting on the coach. She likes to, she's quite, I can't get away from this now, because I'm getting the she's quite nurturing, isn't she?
Yeah, very.
Because it's like she's a mother hen, like they're all out together, because when I said, right, so when I said about her had a husband, then I thought she didn't have a husband, that's what, so did they used to all go out together and then she got rid of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so to speak. But what it is, because she's clacking away with all her lady friends, getting on the coach as you do, and she's like herding them. That's what made me think she's very nurturing. Come on, all get on the coach. Let's go. Yeah.
Controlling, I'd say.
Yeah. So maybe she's a bit to the point. Yeah.
Definitely to that point you said. Yeah, absolutely. She can be actually quite blunt sometimes.
Yes.
And she doesn't. I know now, knowing her this long, she doesn't mean to be. She just.
It's way and I think it's all because what she's gone through. And I know some things, there's no excuse for some things, but she's had it tough, but yeah, emotionally tough.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very strong lady.
Yeah, and that's what, yes, go for it. He admires you, so you're a strong lady as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden he's just put in, he admires you as well. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Right, let's carry on. Right, because I want to come to you two ladies, but I'm not feeling anything at the moment. Oh dear. Right, let's see what else we've got. Oh. Right, I'm not sure if this is for you ladies or not, because I feel a nice vibe for you, and this one hasn't got such a nice vibe, but we'll see. I've got a young man with me. I feel as though he didn't take his own life, but I feel like he passed in his sleep. I don't know whether this was like an aneurysm or a stroke or something like that, but I feel like someone found him in bed, or it's like an adult cot death. But people did think, question mark, is this drugs? And it wasn't. Do you two ladies know someone like that? A younger man? No. Does anyone understand that at all? No? Because it is quite weak, and as I was standing there, I was just feeling it. Because I do feel as like I've got someone who took his own life as well, but then I've got this one who's just found in bed. No one understands that. If I got the way he passed wrong, but I do feel as though he passed, I mean, like the cause of it, but I feel as though he was in bed, like he passed in his sleep or something, and he was found the next morning. But no one understands that. No. Because it's making me feel very sleepy. But this young man, because when I say young, anything under 50 is young to me. So, and I'm a lot older than that, so I'm just going down a bit. This man had so much potential. I feel as though he... Right, because I wanted to say sport, but no, he changed it. Like he was good with computers and things like that. Very inquisitive mind, very clever. So whether he's in IT, I don't know. Does anyone understand him at all? Have I shifted? Right, let me work with this then. Does anyone understand a man, maybe 40s downwards, that's the way I'm going to go, who's in the spirit world, but works with IT or had a big interest in computers or computer games, etc. Does anyone understand that? Whether he's dead or alive. No one understands him. I must admit, I'm not feeling very strong, but I do feel like I've got someone here who passed quite suddenly. No. Someone outside. Right, because I'm determined to get some. Right, I'm going to put him to one side because I'm not really feeling it. But then, does someone know of a man who took his own life? Let's go for that one. No, because I was feeling someone there as well. A man who took his own life, and I'm not getting how yet. So the vibe's not. No, okay. Okay, let's move them to one side and we'll have something nice. Do you want someone?
I've got the same person you had.
Oh.
And I personally felt I felt like it was a take his own life, but I felt like it was pills and fell asleep on the bed.
Oh, so you think it's the same person?
And I don't know where the computer's link I was getting was, it feels like someone that only had a lot of friends on the internet and the computer,
that's how it was.
rather than it being like working with computers. But I'm feeling someone that was very, very lonely and spent all of his time talking to people online and things like that.
That's
felt
what
like he had no one, and felt
from.
like he had no one in his life around him. That's who I'm getting.
So maybe I was getting the mixture of the both.
I talked to a lot of people on the internet, and I just heard him say I did the same thing. So.
So does anyone understand it like that? But a younger man. And if I got the age wrong, then forgive me, but there's no way over 40. It's down, going down. So no one understands this at all. Because don't forget, they might not be connected directly to you. It could belong to someone you know, a bit like your mother-in-law, etc. So it could be someone you know of that belongs to someone else. Okay. Shame. I like that.
Might be passed through. It could be, because I put them up online, it could be that someone else will get it, because Ryan last week got something for a friend of mine that wasn't even here that I had to then pass on and let her listen to.
Oh, right, okay.
So
Right,
I'll put it up on the Facebook page that there's an unclaimed message and let people listen to see if they can get it.
Okay, thank you, because I must
We'll get it somehow, we will pass it on.
Because I wasn't feeling it too strongly, but as soon as you put all the pieces together, I thought, yes, that's...
Yeah, it's
passing through. Yeah, it's passing through, bless him. Right. So, okay, so, but nothing like that, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I've now got a lady with me, and she's showing me a beautiful wedding dress. She's got this wedding dress on a mannequin, and she's sewing away. So this lady made a wedding dress for someone here. Any of you two ladies, did you have your wedding dress made by someone you know?
Yes.
Ah, that dude. Not you. You're fine. Have a cup of tea or something. That's it. Hi. I knew I was coming to you, and then that bloke come in and sort of put the vibe out a little bit, bless him. Right, so thank you, Willow, for sorting him out for me.
He's just hanging around.
Oh.
He can stay with me for a bit, it's fine.
Oh. Right, so I've got this lady, and I'm trying to get a little bit more about her, but all she wants to show is this mannequin with this wedding dress on it, and she's putting all the pins and sewing it. This wouldn't be your mum by any chance, would it?
My aunt.
Oh, you're right, because that's the next I was going to say, is there's someone close to you who have made it. Did she not see you wearing it? Was she at your wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, because I suddenly felt like she might have passed before you got married, because it's just that feeling I got, so that's my mistake. It's just like she's continuously sewing it, and she's just got this pride of this beautiful dress. So I'm trying to get a little bit more out of her. I want to say this lady was, because I think I'd be like this, got all the pins in her mouth and get them flapping a bit, you know, I've got to get all this done and sorted out, and it's, and oh gosh, you know, like I've swallowed a pin then. You know, she was very much like things done perfectly. Do you understand that about her?
With her dressmaking and that.
Yeah,
yes.
oh right, so I thought, because it's like, as well, there's someone who made the cake. I know obviously someone made it, but someone you know made you the wedding cake.
Yes.
Right, because we're not talking about that person.
No, someone else.
Someone else made, but she just made me aware of that, because she was like, right, the dress, the cake, she likes everything to all come together. She would just make sure everything was all organised and everything. So it's like, wow, where's the cake? This lady, you're much very like her. Are you very good at organising and making sure all the plans come together?
Sometimes.
Are you related?
No, she's just looking at me. Everyone's looking at me tonight. I'm apparently just in trouble for everything.
Sometimes.
Right. Because this lady, I know, I hate to say that, but I feel like we're going back a little while. And it's like, right, that's got to be perfect, and that cake's got to be there, and everything. It's like a mother of the bride would do, making sure everything all comes together. But she is telling me that there was something about this wedding dress that didn't think it was going to end up like it did, because I don't know if something was missing or it was something had to be done to it, but because she got an but it all comes together.
We actually finished it on the morning of the wedding.
Oh, that's most probably why she's panicking.
Oh,
Because-
no.
Yeah, that's most probably why she's got all the pins in her mouth, and she's making me feel like. So that's what it is, because she's got the dress, the cake. Yeah, but there was something. She's let me know that all the pieces and all the trimmings, there's something that come quite late or come and all that to be done. There was something missing, and they had to get it on there and do some alterations and everything. But she was like, "Come on, we've got to get this done. Where's that cake? Everything all together." And she pulled it all together. And yes, so she was just making me aware there was something missing, and that she worried that it weren't going to get done, but she done it. It's quite lacy as well.
A bit.
A bit.
lot.
Oh, was the sleeves lacy?
No.
Oh no, it's all right. Don't worry.
No.
I'm picturing it now. I'm trying to remember your picture on the wall, and I'm visualising
No,
it.
maybe it's just the way she showed me a wedding dress, because I don't get everything in perfect detail, but she showed me a
I
wedding
mean, it had
dress.
some lace on it, but not that lace.
Oh right,
no.
because she showed me like
You weren't a
lace.
toilet bowl holder or nothing, was you?
No,
Right.
really not.
No, this is a nice, yeah, but maybe it's just the way she
Yeah,
showed
actually,
it to me
you're
then.
going like,
It's like
yes.
slim, yeah.
It's called A-line, I think. Isn't it?
Slinky.
It was in the
Yeah.
70s.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it's just like, maybe it's my own mind
I
coming
thought,
with
I
lace
did
sleeves.
have long sleeves.
But
not
she's saying as well about having something put inside it for luck. Was something sewn inside the hem?
No. do remember that the lining bit wasn't sewn in, it was actually pinned in.
Oh, it's just like, maybe that's why she's...
You're letting the secrets out now.
Oh, but there's no... Oh,
It looks perfect on the outside.
because she's showing me... That's most probably why she's trying to... They're trying to get it finished and there's bits missing and someone come at the last minute and had to put it all together. Then she's showing me like putting something inside it, but maybe she's just doing something on the inside.
She wasn't hiding something in the hem, she was hiding the inside.
She's like, right, okay, let's get a bit more about this lady. Yeah, so she liked everything perfect and all that to be, but it had to look perfect. I think maybe she wasn't quite happy that maybe there were bits that weren't quite finished, you know, but only she knew that, no one else.
No one else
she
knew.
but she was like, oh. She really got a dirty laugh on her, this lady. She, in a way that she... Was this a London wedding?
No, but they were Londoners.
Oh, right, because that's how she's made me feel. You know, nice drink, have a laugh and everything else.
She
It's just...
wasn't like that, but the family could be.
Right, okay, she was... But... wasn't she having a laugh then? No, because it's not meant to be offensive or anything, because my family all comes from London, and my God, did we have some good parties in the 70s, and also it was always, and I could smell the beer, but in the hall, and everyone enjoying themselves, and maybe Uncle so-and-so was outside being sick in the road, I don't know. But she's making me aware of people having a good laugh. She liked all the family, and that's what made me feel about London. Not saying that no one else enjoyed themselves, because I'm sure they did. But I've just seen a lady in a coat with a big hat on. And so it might not be her, it might be someone else who's coming in about the wedding, because I've seen the glasses with the little horn ring bits as well. Do you know someone else would be like that? No?
Possibly. The glasses, when you say horn ring,
Well, do you know they used to have them like big? Not talk about round, but they're very ornate. Now we just have small little ones, don't we?
this would have been, not the bottom bit, the top bit
Yeah.
would have been like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. What I call horn ring. That's what I call horn ring. Sorry. You know, yeah, that's what
So
I
I
mean.
can sort of take that, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if is that with her or someone else.
That's on the other side of the family.
Oh, did they like parties and everything?
When I say on the other side, not my family, my other half's family.
Ah, okay. So they all come obviously to the
Yeah.
wedding, and did they really like enjoying themselves? And were they that sort of family?
Not really, no.
No, right, okay, it's not them then. But I've got someone here, unless your aunt, because she was talking to me about, oh yeah, we had a great time, and she had a dirty laugh on, and really had a great, and all of a sudden I saw this lady coat this out on with the horn ring glasses. So maybe she's coming through saying, no, I don't know. But I'm not feeling it. So I feel like I'm struggling with this one. But obviously I definitely got the lady with that, and I can't move off of anything else with that. I can't move on with it, because obviously you're not accepting everything.
No,
Right.
I can't remember that far back.
Oh right,
sometimes.
because they're coming through with it all, because obviously because I can smell the beer as well.
Probably before my wedding, yeah, life was like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the old holes and everything else. Right, do you understand Guinness? Does someone in your family then or now drink, and I'll talk about a woman,
Do you know what someone that would have
for babies? For
Guinness?
pregnancy, yeah.
Occasionally.
Right, because I've seen a lady with a Guinness, and that's right, now we're getting somewhere, because they used to drink that for their iron. Women used to drink that to build up their iron, especially, even because I remember, because that was my era during the 70s as well. I got married during the 70s, and I remember someone pregnant, because that's when we used to be able to drink, drinking a pint of Guinness because of the iron in it. It was good for her. So I feel like they're not telling you to get drunk and drink Guinness, but you need a bit of iron. Are you a bit low on your iron? Are you a bit tired and anemic?
I have been diagnosed, yes.
Ah, right.
And I'm now borderline.
So, because
Go to the pub and go get your Guinness.
yeah.
Pub Monday night, you're having Guinness.
Yes, in a mood, have a
Come with me, Mum, you know?
yeah.
So that I can take,
Because
without me giving anything away.
Yeah, so you understand, so because I can't move off in the past, I could see like the hall and I could see like old pubs and people having a laugh and having a drink, and even in their houses they'd have all social gatherings. I can't seem to move off from that era to move off, so it's like they're trying to bring all that back again. But your arm, I mean, with the pins there, and that's why I was feeling her flapping, I nearly swallowed the pins. You had to get everything all done. And yeah, but oh, you can't, there must have been something about the cake as well. But it was just like, oh, bits are missing, we've got to get all that on there. And then she showed me inside the wedding dress, so I thought she was putting something inside it.
That's the only thing I could think of.
That's
inside.
fine, that's fine. But she's coming through because she wants to give you luck. So it's not only just about you being anemic, you need some luck at the moment. so she can be quite stern, your aunt, as well.
Yes.
Because I'm feeling it, yeah, so it's coming through a bit more now. So she's not been stern with you, but there's someone around you she wants to be stern with. Someone who's causing you a bit of grief, not in a serious way, but she said, or causing a bit of havoc. No? Is it you? You causing her havoc?
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, well, anyway, she's been a bit stern. Now also, because she would be looking over your shoulder and saying, you've got to eat this and all that. But don't let, you're very laid back as well, I feel, in some respects.
Because, can be, yeah.
Yeah, because she's coming through now. This is why she's coming. I will finish this in a minute. This is why she's come a bit stern as well with you. You're too laid back and sometimes let people get away with things. So I think that's what she's thinking about, havoc. And you, she's been a bit more stern.
Yeah.
You've got to be more harder, and you've got to look after yourself as well. That's not putting others first, because that's why you're not having time looking after yourself. That's why your health is suffering. You've got to put yourself first.
I do know.
Good, good. And that's all come from a wedding dress. Because I think it's because they said that was the good times back then. You know, like all the family together and having bits and pieces. So do take their love. Sorry it took so long, but I wasn't feeling, I don't like making things fit. And you know, just a bit woolly. But I'm glad we got there in the end.
Yeah, I will tell you this now, she was my godmother as well.
Oh, bless her.
So aunt, mother, yeah.
Oh, so that's why I thought I was mother the bride.
Too much.
No, it's fine, as long as you understand what to about, because when she was flapping, I thought, God, that's like the mother the bride, making sure everything's got
Because
been
my
right.
mum was ill, she probably was.
Yeah, where's the cake? Where's the, you know, making sure it all comes together, so she is around you still now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, but thank you for working with me. I know,
Thank you.
do I leave that now? What time? We've got to finish.
Whatever you want.
Close now if you want to.
Whenever what? I'll be here till 10 o'clock. And
No.
no, oh bless it. It makes me laugh when he said, whenever you want, but no.
No, not 10 o'clock.
No, you're fine. I think I will leave it. I know there's a couple of you who haven't had messages, and I should have got round to everyone, but the thing is, I'm not one of these who just do 2 minutes. I like to give the spirit world justice, because it's a big effort for them to come through. It's as much as hard work for them as it is for us standing here. So I'd like to give them a bit of justice.
You close. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking.
We're just chilling. Better than that, I know.
I know, it's not well, we want to go to bed. Oh, well, yeah. So that's why. Huh? I know, that's why he's going back to curl up on there. I think it's telling me to shut up. Anyway, so yeah, I will leave it at that. So I'm sorry for those who didn't get a message. You want me to do a prayer now? Bless you. I ain't seen him for 2 years and I'm already pulling his leg, teasing him, bless him. I love him, Mike, don't worry. Right, so please join with me in the silence. I didn't open in prayer, did I?
No.
I forgot about that.
Don't worry, you want to get straight on with it.
Yeah, but I forgot about the prayer bit.
Well, you're closing prayer, that's all that matters.
Yeah, you didn't tell me. Sorry. Right, anyway, but the spirit world was here, and now we will let them go home. So please join with me in the silence as we thank the spirit world for being close with us this evening, and as they walked amongst us and we felt their energy. and for them bringing us a little bit of laughter that helps raise us and raise the spirits up. So as they now depart back to the spirit world, may they leave the essence of their love on everyone here and their blessings on this sanctuary, that it may forever keep its doors open. So may we all keep safe until we meet again. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, we're going to